On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Improvisation.
The act of making something up on the spot or creating or performing something without preparation.
Examples:
Improvisation on stage. Jazz improvisation. He created a beautiful piece of music using only improvisation.
Anesthetic.
A substance that is administered to a person or an animal to produce a loss of sensation or consciousness so that medical or surgical procedures can be performed without causing pain.
Examples:
Anesthetic injection. Local anesthetic. The dentist administered an anesthetic to numb the patient's mouth before the procedure.
Lifelike.
Resembling or appearing similar to something alive or real, often realistically or vividly, convincing or authentic in appearance or behavior.
Examples:
Lifelike painting. Lifelike animation. The artist created a lifelike sculpture of a famous politician for the town square.
Rehearsal.
A practice session, usually for a performance or presentation, during which people prepare and fine-tune their performance, often with the help of feedback from others, the act of rehearsing.
Examples:
Dress rehearsal. Music rehearsal. The theater company had its final rehearsal before opening night.
Deteriorate.
To become worse in quality, to decline or degenerate.
Examples:
Deteriorate at a slow pace. Deteriorate condition. The patient's health deteriorated rapidly after being diagnosed with the disease.
Abdomen.
The part of the body between the chest and pelvis that contains the stomach, intestines, liver, pancreas, and other organs, the posterior part of an insect's body, typically divided into segments.
Examples:
Abdomen pain. Insect abdomen. The weightlifter used his strong abdomen muscles to lift the heavy barbell.
Intestine.
A long, tube-like organ in the digestive system that is responsible for absorbing nutrients from food and eliminating waste products.
Examples:
Large intestine. Intestine wall. The small intestine is responsible for absorbing most of the nutrients from food.
Translucent.
Allowing light to pass through, but scattering it so that objects behind cannot be seen clearly, partially transparent.
Examples:
Translucent glass. Translucent skin. The sunlight shone through the translucent curtains, casting a warm glow in the room.
Whisk.
To move something somewhere suddenly and quickly.
Examples:
Whisk flies away. Whisk people from entrance to exit. Whisk rapidly until egg whites are foamy.
Incision.
A sharp cut made in something with a sharp tool, especially during a medical procedure.
Examples:
Incision tool. Small incision. Patients undergoing incisional surgery are often put to sleep by anesthesia.
Catheter.
A thin, flexible tube that is inserted into a body cavity, duct, or vessel to drain fluid, inject medication, or perform a medical procedure.
Examples:
Insert catheter. Urinary catheter. After the surgery, the patient was required to wear a catheter for several days.
Congenital.
Existing from birth, often used to describe a condition or trait that is inherited or present from the moment of birth.
Examples:
Congenital disease. Congenital disorder. Congenital heart defects can often be diagnosed before a baby is born.
Diaphragm.
A large, dome-shaped muscle located at the bottom of the chest cavity, essential for breathing and separating the chest and abdomen, a shallow, dome-shaped device with a flexible rim that is inserted into the vagina to cover the cervix and prevent sperm from reaching the uterus, serving as a method of birth control.
Examples:
Diaphragm birth control. Diaphragm activity. Individuals with a weak diaphragm may experience difficulty breathing during physical activity.
Hernia.
A medical condition characterized by the protrusion of an organ or tissue through an opening or weak spot in the abdominal wall or muscles, a bulge or swelling caused by the herniation of organs or tissues.
Examples:
Hernia surgery. Umbilical hernia. The man's hiatal hernia caused him to suffer from heartburn and acid reflux.
Sneak.
To go somewhere, or take someone or something somewhere secretly or stealthily. To steal or do something secretly or stealthily.
Examples:
Sneak a cigarette. Sneak out of danger. The children tried to sneak out and eat the candy.
Apprentice.
A person who works for and learns from a skilled employer to become a skilled worker themselves.
Examples:
Apprentice carpenter. A young apprentice. He took on an apprentice to teach him the trade.
Medicinal.
Of or relating to the treatment or cure of disease.
Examples:
Medicinal chemistry. Traditional medicinal. The medicinal properties of this herb have been known to help with various ailments.
Industrious.
Hardworking, diligent, and persistent in effort.
Examples:
Industrious worker. Industrious student. He was known to be very industrious and would often work late into the night.
Fuselage.
The main body of an aircraft, including the cockpit, passenger compartments, and cargo holds.
Examples:
Aluminum fuselage, long fuselage. The airplane's fuselage was damaged in the emergency landing.
Evacuate.
To remove people or things from a place of danger or threat, to leave or abandon a place or situation, often due to fear or risk.
Examples:
Evacuate the building. Evacuate civilians. The town was forced to evacuate due to the hurricane approaching.
Dime.
An American or Canadian coin worth 1/10 of a dollar.
Examples:
Dime store. Behind a dime. He never received a dime, even from the company of a close friend.
Limber.
To make or become more flexible, particularly with exercise or stretching, to prepare oneself mentally or physically for a task or activity.
Examples:
Limber up with some stretching exercises. Limber my body. You need to limber up before starting to exercise to prevent injury.
Phenomenal.
Extremely good or impressive, outstanding.
Examples:
Phenomenal success. Phenomenal growth. The athlete's phenomenal performance broke all previous records.
Batter.
To hit something or someone repeatedly with much force. Noun, baseball, a ball player who is batting.
Examples:
Batter the eggs. The batter's box. He got so angry that he battered the door down.
Neurology.
The branch of medicine that deals with the diagnosis and treatment of disorders of the nervous system.
Examples:
Cognitive neurology. Neurology department. She is studying clinical neurology to become a brain surgeon.
Hydrocephalus.
A condition in which cerebrospinal fluid equals a clear, colorless fluid that circulates in and around the brain and spinal cord, accumulates in the ventricles of the brain, causing pressure and enlargement of the head, a congenital condition or one that can develop as a result of injury or illness.
Examples:
Hydrocephalus treatment. Congenital hydrocephalus. The symptoms of hydrocephalus include headaches, nausea, and blurred vision.
Neurosurgery.
Medical operations conducted on the nervous system, including the brain, spinal cord, and individual nerves.
Examples:
The Department of Neurosurgery. Specialize in neurosurgery. She has 20 years of experience in neurosurgery.
Cerebrospinal.
Relating to the brain and spinal cord.
Examples:
Cerebrospinal fluid. Cerebrospinal pathway. The cerebrospinal nerves carry messages between the brain and the rest of the body.
Pinhole.
A tiny hole in a material, often made by a needle, that allows light or other substances to pass through.
Examples:
Pinhole image. Pinhole leak. The camera's pinhole lens creates a unique blur effect in photographs.
Tweeze.
To pluck or remove hairs, particularly from the face or other sensitive areas, using a pair of tweezers, equals a small handheld tool used for grasping and manipulating small objects with precision, or other specialized tools.
Examples:
Tweeze unwanted hair. Tweeze hairs. She carefully tweezed the stray eyebrow hairs.
Rudimentary.
Relating to basic facts or principles, fundamental.
Examples:
A rudimentary plant. Rudimentary understanding. He has only a rudimentary knowledge of this topic.
Rehearse.
To practice or repeat something, such as a performance, speech, or action, to prepare for an event or to improve one's skills, to go through the motions of a planned activity before executing it.
Examples:
Rehearse an opera. Rehearse a speech. The actors needed to rehearse their lines before the performance.
Animate.
To make something full of interest and energy.
Examples:
Animate the body. Animate his soul. The positive attitude of the supervisor animated the discussion.
Micron.
A unit of measurement equal to 1/1,000,000th of a meter, used for measuring the size of particles and microorganisms.
Examples:
Micron measurements. Micron imaging. The width of a single human hair is around 100 microns.
Recreate.
To make something that existed previously happen or appear to exist again.
Examples:
Recreate a single country. Recreate the feeling of the 1920s. She recreated the atmosphere of the pre-war age with her stage setting.
Cinematograph.
An early motion picture projector invented by the French Lumière brothers, often used to refer to early cinema in general.
Examples:
Cinematograph camera. Silent cinematograph film. Early silent movies were projected using a hand-cranked cinematograph.
Filmmaking.
The process or art of making movies.
Examples:
Filmmaking industry. Retire from filmmaking. The history of filmmaking dates back to the late 19th century when motion pictures were first shown to audiences.
Fused.
Joined together or combined into one, blended or integrated in a way that creates a new entity.
Examples:
Fused glass. Fused bones. The fused wires in the electrical circuit caused a power outage.
Queasy.
Feeling or causing discomfort or unease, especially about one's stomach, nauseated or sick, squeamish or easily made to feel unsettled or anxious.
Examples:
Queasy stomach. Feel queasy. The swirling motion of the boat made me queasy, and I had to sit down to avoid getting sick.
Seep.
To flow or leak slowly and gradually through small openings or spaces, to ooze or trickle out gradually.
Examples:
Seep cool and moist air. Seep into paper. The rain began to seep through the roof, causing damage to the walls and floors.
Opportune.
Suitable or happening at a time that is suitable or convenient for a particular purpose.
Examples:
Opportune occasion. An opportune remark. The phone rang at the most opportune time.
Orchestrate.
To plan, coordinate, or arrange something, especially skillfully or cleverly. Noun, the act of organizing or directing the elements of a composition, especially in music.
Examples:
Orchestrate a takeover. Orchestrate the political reinstatement. He carefully orchestrated the details of his business plan.
Debrief.
To question, investigate, or discuss with someone after an event or task, to share information and evaluate the performance.
Examples:
Debrief their business trip. Debrief the result. After the mission, the team gathered to debrief and discuss their success and areas for improvement.
Sigma.
The 18th letter of the Greek alphabet, sigma, sigma, used in mathematics and science to represent standard deviation or a summation of a series of values.
Examples:
3 sigma. Sigma notation. In math, the sigma symbol represents a sum of numbers.